Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing episode 20 of Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1, entitled The Power Within. With that being said, this video will contain spoilers for the episode at hand, you have been warned. And as per usual for these episode reviews, we will start by talking about the good of the episode, then we will dive on into the bad, and finally towards the very end of the video, I will give the episode a score out of 10 just according to my own opinion. Alright, so The Power Within. Not only is this the final episode of Dragons Rising Part 2, it's also the final episode of Dragons Rising Season 1, so needless to say, this episode had a lot to live up to. And did it? Well, yeah. At least for the most part. So for the good, first of all, the stakes are really high here. Beatrix is insane with a crazy amount of power. Usually insanity and power never ends well as a combination, and this is a prime example of that very thing. She starts firing on her own citizens, literally deleting people from reality, which is terrifying and just peak insanity. Even the ninja are at a loss for words. And I gotta say, Beatrix at her most unhinged, she's truly horrifying. One of Ninjago's best recent villains in my opinion. Also, the battle itself is the most intense that I've seen from Dragons Rising. You feel the insanity through every second of chaos. The world is literally being ripped apart during this battle. It's fast-paced, it's engaging, it's everything that I wanted from the finale. And eventually we do get to that moment of hopelessness where a lot of main characters have been deleted, even more so when Ryu gets warped out of existence. That motivates Eren to step up a little bit, but even more so with Sora. She confronts her parents again, who are still somehow not convinced. They are still loyal to Beatrix and her version of Imperium, and I kind of liked how the episode did not bother to redeem them. It gave Sora more of a reason to stand up for herself, and finally, in front of her parents, no less, unlock her true potential, which is the ultimate way to snub your parents who don't love you. Awesome character moment for Sora right here. And using her true potential, using her power for the first time without Ryu, she defeats Beatrix, with a little help from Eren as well. They kind of tag team and they send Beatrix into the abyss. And I liked how Beatrix was defeated. I liked how Eren and Sora teamed up to defeat her, but now we have an entirely new problem, as in a very excellent parallel to the first episode of Dragons Rising, a Mergequake storm is ripping apart reality. The ninja are frantically trying to reach the final core while also saving people from the storm. Again, a really nice parallel to the first episode, except this time the ninja are more prepared. Somewhat. It is still an uphill battle for sure, and the episode does not sugarcoat it. The ninja are struggling, which I think is appropriate because the merge itself is probably one of the biggest threats that the ninja will ever face. And the final confrontation here with the ninja trying to figure out what exactly to do with the cores, genius presentation and execution. But eventually, Lloyd decides to continue his role as the conduit by diving into the dragon cores and using their power to, I guess, fend off the Mergequakes? Using Wu's words of wisdom in the process, which is an excellent way of tying it back to part 1. But I love the moment when everybody returned, everybody realizing that the ninja are back as well. It's a very cute moment, and it's pretty wholesome as well. It's nice to see Ninjago at peace, and Ninjago citizens finally recognizing that the ninja have indeed returned. The episode also includes another awesome Lloyd and Source Dragon conversation, and it's just as majestic as the one that we saw towards the end of part 1. I love the Source Dragon. I just wish we knew more about him because he's an awesome character. I love his voice, I love his intimidating stature, and also, for a final good thing, the episode does set up some stuff for season 2. Solid but not forced setup, but still set up nonetheless, with just a few little hints here and there with Lord Ras and his master, Jordana, Master Wu's ghost, etc, etc. I'm sure all of this will be mentioned in Dragons Rising Season 2, coming out next year. In terms of the bad, I do have a couple of minor grievances. First of all, after Lloyd uses the dragon cores to stop the Mergequakes and Eren and Sora see a full moon, I thought for a second that they simply got rid of the merge. But that's not my main problem with the episode, obviously, because that didn't happen. But what I really did not enjoy about this sequence was just how quick and abrupt it was. 1 minute we were watching a very chaotic moment between the ninja and the Mergequakes, and then the next moment everything's fine. I had to rewind because I thought I missed something. 1 minute it's chaos, and the next it's all better. Kind of seems a little bit bit too rushed in my opinion. And also with the Source Dragon conversation that I mentioned earlier too, that also had a very abrupt ending. All of a sudden the Source Dragon is just gone, and it's like, okay, on to the next scene. The episode also spends a lot of time at the monastery towards the end here. Maybe some of that monastery stuff could have been shaved off and put towards some of these sequences that needed a little bit more time to breathe. I don't know, it just felt a little bit jarring. This episode kind of had some weird editing choices towards the very end that I wasn't fully on board with, but like I said, that's realistically the only major problem that I could find with this episode. Overall, this episode was a very good finale, not only to part 2, but also to Dragons Rising Season 1. I can't wait to go back and rewatch the entire season now from front to back, and I'm looking forward to Season 2. With everything that I mentioned in this review, I will give this episode a 9 out of 10, again, just according to my own opinion, and really quick, as of this moment in time, I have now reviewed every single episode of Dragons Rising Season 1, so feel free to check out my full playlist of Dragons Rising Season 1 reviews. I will link it down below in the description, just in case you missed any, and with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Leave all of your thoughts down below in the comments regarding what you think about this episode, and of course, hopefully you enjoyed my review. If you guys did enjoy, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.